All right, Lakeland School Community, this is your Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Novak. Today is Monday. It is August 31st. Hopefully everybody's happy, healthy, safe, and strong. We are officially near 7 or 8 days from the beginning of school for in-person instruction, at least for our red cohort. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. We sent out a letter a little while ago from Mr. Beatty. It came from my email address. That has all of our back to school information that's included into it. I just want everybody to know the information is also on our website, so you can get it under news. Anybody who didn't receive it, parents specifically, students who went to your Lakeland email addresses, but parents, please make sure you are checking your spam folder because we send it out through Naviance, and sometimes it ends up going through there, even though it's my email address. So hopefully everybody is well. The information that I'm going to disseminate in this video, none of it's new at all. Everything's included in the letter, but I think it's always kind of good to follow up with this ugly mug. So at the very least, you can kind of have a little bit of background information as to what's going on. So everything's enumerated. It's itemized. I'm going to keep this as straightforward as possible. If you guys have any questions, please send me an email, but everybody should be on the same page when it comes to this information. Again, everything is spelled out in a letter, and not only is the letter included in there, it's also our health guidelines, and it's also our calendar for the first 2 months of school. So you're going to know every single day that you're supposed to be coming for in-person instruction if you're one of those individuals. All right, so number one, as you know, we've broken our student body into we've broken our student body into 2 cohorts, a red cohort and a gray cohort. Red cohort, our students made up primarily last names A to K, and they are going to be coming to school for the most part outside of the first week, which is a little bit wonky, which we'll talk about in a second, on Mondays and Thursdays. So everybody in the red cohort, last names A to K, for your in-person instruction, you are going to be primarily coming to school on Mondays and Thursdays and participating in distance learning on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Then we have our gray cohort. Gray cohort, students with the last names L to Z. Those students are coming to school on Tuesdays and Fridays. They are going to be participating in distance learning on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Everybody in district is going to be participating in synchronous distance learning on Wednesdays, wherein teachers are going to be taking period attendance. So for those distance learning Wednesdays, you are going to be participating in synchronous instruction. On the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday that you're not actually in school and you're participating in distance learning, you will be participating in some cases synchronous learning. That means you're learning in real time, actually watching the teacher teach, and in some cases asynchronous learning. That is going to be up to the individual teacher. But on Wednesday, everybody is participating in synchronous learning, where you will be receiving direct instruction in real time from your teachers. Number 2. Semester schedule. We know that we've gone to a semester schedule. Our fall semester is going to start on September 8th. It's going to end at the end of January. Our spring semester is going to pick up February 1st or February 2nd, and that's going to go until the end of our academic year in the middle part of June. Schedule looks like this. You're going to have homeroom from 7:30 until 7:40. Your homeroom location is the same as your block 1. We built in 10 minutes of kind of buffering there because we are going to take student temperatures as they enter the building, so we have a little bit of that time. Block 1 is going to be from 7:40 to 8:40. Block 2 is going to be from 8:50 to 9:50. Block 3 is going to be from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and then Block 4 is going to be from 11:10 until 12:10 p.m. Number 3, if you are sick, please stay home from school. The way that you can report your absence, we have an absence hotline, that's set up at extension 139. However, there's actually attached to the letter that Mr. Beatty sent out a little while ago. You can mark your absence through real time as well. And to be totally candid, we actually prefer that you use real time this year to mark your attendance. Again, that's going to be included in there for you guys to follow along. Number 4, our first week of school is going to be a little bit wonky. I want to explain it a little bit, okay? Monday, September 7th is Labor Day. District is closed. Nobody's here. District is closed. On Tuesday, September 8th, that is going to be our first day of school for our red students. Red students, remember, last names A to K. Normally, our students L to Z would be participating in distance learning on that day. They're not participating in distance learning. So Tuesday, September 8th is the first day for our red day students. Wednesday, September 9th, that is the first day of school for our gray day students, primarily last names L through Z. Usually, our red students, AK, would be participating in distance learning on that day. They're not participating in distance learning on that day. It's just the first day of school for our gray cohort students. Thursday, September 10th. This is important really for two reasons. First and foremost, for all of those students, there's still around 10 or 11% who have elected to start the year remotely. That is going to be your first day of school. So Thursday, September 10th, for all of those students who are remote start learners, that is your first day of virtual instruction. Now, for 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, you are all going to be on those days participating in distance learning. The only students who are coming into district on Thursday, September 10th, outside of our students who are involved in Learn and Core and STEP and those programs. I know Ms. Pajoli has reached out to those families directly to communicate our schedule to them. And if not, that information is going to be forthcoming very, very, very soon. But the only students who are coming to school on that day outside of those programs that I just listed are our 9th grade students who are part of the red cohort, last names A to K. The reason we're doing that is because we want to acclimate our 9th grade students to district and have them feel comfortable in the building. On Friday, September 11th, that is going to be our gray day, same sort of thing. 10th, 11th, and 12th graders are all participating in distance learning. The only students that we're having in district are going to be those gray day freshman students, last names L to Z. Number 4, we have, out of an abundance of caution, we are scanning every student as they enter any sort of Lakeland facility on our campus. And basically, here's what I mean. Any students who are bused are going to have their temperatures taken upon arrival at the bus stop when they get on the bus. Non-bus students, you are going to be able to enter our building through 4 different locations and 4 different locations only. Number 1, the senior meeting room. Number 2, 6 doors. Number 3, the west parking lot entrance. Number 4, the east parking lot entrance closest to room 109. For those students who are walkers, non-bus students, we are encouraging you to get here as close to 7:22 as possible, unless you want to purchase breakfast. Again, our recommendation is you get here as close to 7:22 because we're not going to allow those students in the building prior to 7:22. You have to wear your ID. Obviously, we're requiring that everybody on campus wear masks. Again, you have to wear your ID so that we're able to identify you. Number 5, 6, I'm not really sure. Hold on, let me grab it. All right, masks have to be worn upon arrival to campus, period, hard stops. Masks should be worn appropriately over the nose, and bandanas are not an appropriate approved face covering. Again, we provided a link for you, what we do consider an approved face covering. It's something like this that goes, again, above your nose, covers your mouth, and goes around your ears. You are to wear your mask on campus at all times. Number 6 or number 7, I lost count at this point. There's no eating or drinking in class whatsoever. Lunch at the end of the day is grab and go. We have a new food service, so we're very excited to welcome Pomptonian to the Lakeland family. You're going to be able to click on the dining link for all meal and ordering information. Again, that's included in the letter. Number 8, flow around the building. Follow the arrows, follow the markers, maintain social distancing. I posted some pictures last week. There's yellow tape that's down every single hallway. There are green arrows that are directing you, and there are green lines to encourage you to practice social distancing. Please practice social distancing to the maximum extent practical. Number 9, I think. Number 8, number 9. Bathrooms are going to be locked between classes to allow for sanitizing. We're actually going to allow only 2 bathrooms per building. 1 male, 1 female, 1 male, 1 female, and then we have another neutral bathroom in both of our buildings as well. It's going to be in the 100s, the 400s, and that's pretty much it. We want to lock the bathrooms as much as possible because, again, we want to sanitize as per the Department of Education and the CDC guidelines. Number 10, You're going to notice that every single space in district, Dr. Didisic and myself did this, every single space in district is numbered 1 through anywhere between 25 and 30, depending on how many people are going to be in your class. You're never going to be in a class, at least under this, with 30 people. Not at this point, at least under phase 1. Obviously, it's one of the reasons that we broke the student body into 2 cohorts, AK and then L to Z. Odd number students are going to be sitting at odd numbered desks, and even numbered students or even block students are going to be sitting at even numbered desks. So if you are we have 4 blocks, I can teach math. Block 1 and block 3, you're going to be sitting at odd numbered desks in those classes, and blocks 2 and block 4, you're going to be sitting at even numbered desks in those classes too. And it can assure us to the maximum extent practical that nobody's going to be sitting in the desks in successive blocks. Number 11, as you know, we have no lockers. In fact, every locker on campus has been zip tied. We're going with this semester block. You're going to have 4 classes, soft landing, bring a backpack on the first day of school. You're going to get your textbooks on the first day of school, bring a notebook and a writing implement as well. Number 12, no locker rooms. If you have physical education in the fall, please make sure to bring sneakers. You cannot participate in phys ed if you don't have any sneakers. Number 13, we now have BYOD at Lakeland Regional High School. We will have open Wi-Fi for students. Once you get here, you open up your Wi-Fi, you can log in BYOD student, and you're up and you're running and you're ready to go. You can obviously use your cell phones to submit work, but that's not optimal. We're encouraging you to bring your own devices. You don't have to, but we're strongly encouraging you to bring your own devices. Bring your Chromebooks, bring your laptops, your iPads, your tablets. Again, we are going full steam ahead in embracing BYOD and our open Wi-Fi and technology. Thanks to our IT guys for making that happen. Number 14, just so you know, based on the health department guidance that we're also sending out, you're going to see that there is a very good chance at some point during the year, just being realistic, that we're probably going to have to pivot to remote instruction. And I just want everybody to know that we will be able to pivot to remote instruction pretty easily. There's synchronous distance learning that will take place on Wednesdays, and basically that synchronous distance learning that will take place on Wednesday essentially is just going to turn into every single day at that point. And I think that's it. I'm asking everybody to be patient, to be collaborative, be cooperative. This is not going to be perfect, and we know that. Every student that I met with wants to come back. We are all in this together. Let's make this happen. Follow the procedures, follow the policies. Every person that's been associated with Lakeland Regional High School from the beginning of this process has been absolutely incredible. And we owe our faculty and staff a huge round of applause for having this even be possible at this point. So again, I want to thank them publicly for being so great with everything. Community, we're happy to welcome you back to Lakeland, but we're going to do it safely. And we need everybody to be a partner in this thing, because it can take one person to make this go sideways. And again, it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to do the best that we possibly can, and we're going to get better every single day at doing it, because we're committed to educating your children. All right, guys. Love you. Miss you. See some of you on September 8th, some of you on September 9th, and then virtually some of you on September 10th. Talk to you guys soon. I'm going to have some videos throughout the year. I'm not going to be able to film every single day because I think I've saturated the market at this point. Miss you guys. Love you.